can you describe your initial interaction with our company, and how your experience was?
Several months ago, I would say I was looking for an SEO company, like for optimization and somebody to help me with my Google page and ads, and then somebody who could help me do a website. So I think I just came across you guys on Google. You got some good reviews, and I feel like you guys kind of provided everything I was looking for.
Now, what sort of motivated you to choose our firm over others in this industry?
I mean, seemed like there was a lot of good reviews. Sam and Kyle have been very helpful to me, in texting and emailing me, or trying to get a phone call scheduled when we need to. I don't know, like I really liked your guys' website. You just seem like you have a lot to offer.
So, how would you describe your experience during the onboarding process?
Yeah, well, I got to think back to like maybe November, December when I approached Search Berg, but I would say that it was pretty smooth. I initially spoke with, I believe, Hayden, who handed me off to Sam, and I've been working with Sam ever since primarily. And he kind of let me know what they were going to do, what the plan was, and wanted to make sure I was on board with that. They sent me an email with all kinds of different information, and made sure I knew what the pricing was, and that I was very clear on everything, and kind of knew what the goal or the plan was for my company, like my business strategy.
Can you share any challenges that you faced during your journey with us?
Well, obviously, I'm not as tech savvy as a lot of these guys are, and they would try to dumb it down for me and put it into layman's terms. But at the end of the day, I had to go back through all the texts and emails and be like, okay, what exactly do I have to do? Can you just like do step by step? And they were pretty good about that and explaining to me over the phone when I had problems or questions, like especially with like the Google verification process, which was like an absolute total nightmare. But they helped me get through it, and they tried to like do what they could on their end, and so I wouldn't have to do as much with that, and I appreciated that.
Now, can you discuss any, parts or areas where you think we could improve our services?
Obviously, I think you guys are good at what you do. I like that I can just call or text or email when I have like an update or a question or an issue, but maybe like weekly check-in calls, so maybe we can address all of the issues at hand, or I can ask all the questions I need to, and so that I know we're all on the same page, and just maybe have things scheduled more. That might be helpful for everybody, just so I can like dedicate the time and attention, but then they also have what they need from me.
How would you rate the level of customer service that you received from our side?
Yeah, I think it's very good. They addressed all my concerns. Sometimes I would get upset because, like something wasn't working, or I wouldn't know what else to do, or I felt like we weren't on the same page. But at the end of the day, I feel like they really wanted to make sure, like, I got what I needed. So I don't know. I just tried to be as reciprocal as I could. And maybe I wasn't as available as I should have been, but I tried the best I could do so we could all get the job done.
Now, how likely are you to recommend our firm to others, based on your whole experience?
I actually already have, because my boyfriend was looking for a website builder for his company and things like that. So I just kind of wanted to know who I used for things like SEO and online presence. And then I told him that I was using you guys, and just roughly what it might cost, and what the plan was for my business, and maybe like the rough timetable as to like what could be done in what amount of time. So I think he definitely considered it. I mean, I don't think he was like the decision maker completely, but like, he took it into consideration.
Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you going to rate your experience?
I would say, well, a 9.5, because there's things I could have done better. And maybe like there's things like that might have gotten lost in translation. Maybe that was on both ends. But at the end of the day, like I feel like I've had like a beautiful new website, and I'm more visible on Google, and I've had a lot of help with my page, and things have really kind of come together. It took longer than it maybe should have, or more than I anticipated. But at the end of the day, I feel like it expectations. So, and they were really patient.